What is up, my people? Welcome to Overflow Studios. And if you want to see what we're going to talk about today, stay tuned.
TshirtChick.
All right, my people. Welcome to my new print shop. All right, so today I'm going to be doing a video basically for anybody who is wanting to get started in the t-shirt business. Okay, so right now I'm here at my t-shirt shop, and I just had this question asked about doing a class for somebody. So I was just like, you know what, I'm sure it's a lot of people interested in starting a t-shirt business. So what I'm going to do is tell you guys everything that you need to start a basic t-shirt business. And the way that I'm going to be telling you is the way that I recommend starting out, because I do different types of printing. I do all different types of printing. And when you first starting out, I just feel like you need to start out with something that's going to be easier, you know, one of the easier processes. So we're going to talk about how to get started heat press printing or using transfers and vinyl to print your shirts. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, all right, my people. So right here, I am actually in the blue room, which is also known as the heat press room here in my shop. So I'm going to just kind of scan around, let you guys check out some of the equipment that I have in my shop, and then I'm going to let you know what you need if you plan to get started in this business. Okay, so as you come into my shop right here, this is a 15 by 15 heat press right here. And now this heat press, it is a clamshell style heat press, as you see right here, because it closes the way that it does. It goes straight down. But what makes this one different than your traditional clamshell is that it has a drawer, and you know, you can slide it so that you can slide it out right here, which gets you a little bit further away from the heating element. Now this 15 by 15 heat press right here, this is the smallest size that I would recommend for you if you are planning on doing t-shirts. Now if you are going to be doing like smaller items like bags and stuff like that, I got another press that I'm going to show you for that. Okay, so right here, this right here is my bigger version of the heat press I just showed you. So it's a slide out drawer heat press, but it's a 16 by 20, and it's also auto open. So you have a timer on the press, and when the timer goes off, it will automatically open. So does this one. This one, it's an auto open also. And then we're gonna come over here. Now this heat press right here, this is a swing away styled heat press. So right here you see that we have the pallet, the bottom pallet right there where you would place your t-shirt right on to here. And like once you put your t-shirt on here, I'm just going to put this paper on here. Okay, pretend that's a t-shirt, and you swing it around and you close it down. And this got a timer on it. This one does not auto open. It does not auto open. That's the only thing with swing aways. They usually do not auto open. So you lift that up and you swing that out of the way, which gives you freedom from the heat and burning your hand, because I have burned my hand a couple of times using one of my presses. Okay, so right here we have the Stars Hottronics press. Now this press, I actually have it locked right now, but it is a swing away and a slide out press. Just, you know, so it's like the best of both worlds really. So you can grab it here and slide it out just like that. And you can also, I'm going to unlock it so that I can let you guys see the swing away feature of it. So right there, you can swing it away, and you can also slide it out right there. So that's what you can do with this one. Now this press, what makes it unique and different than all the other presses that I have is that this bottom platen right here is removable. So as you see right here, this is a smaller So as you see right here, this is a smaller platen. I can actually take the bottom platen off. Like right here, it's a little pin that you pull. This will be stuck into the little slot, and then you lift it out of the pin, out of the slot, as you pull the pin out of it. So I'm gonna show you right here. So right here, you just turn that and lift it up, and it comes right out. I'm not gonna do all that because that's not really what this video is about. I just thought I would throw that in there so that my people who are actually interested in this type of press, you know, could kind of get a little idea of what it offers. Okay, so I'm also going to go over here to this side right here. Now, this is a hat press. Now, we're not going to really get into the hat presses, but this is a hat press. You could use this for t-shirts, like if you're wanting to put your own labels onto the shirts. You could use this to label your own shirts. You know, the sizes and all that, whatever your name of your clothing brand or whatever you want to print on your labels. And you just turn the shirt inside out, put it right here, and press it like that. Okay, so now that we have covered heat presses, which is going to be the main thing that you're going to need if you're going to be starting a t-shirt business. Okay, so we've covered the heat presses and the different styles that they offer, and they do offer a few more other styles that I did not show. They do have automatic open ones and stuff like that that are like shuttle presses, but you know, if y'all want more info on those, y'all can look those up. I'm just kind of showing y'all what I have available, you know, the things that I use. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the vinyl cutter. All right, so right here, as you see on this table, this was my first vinyl cutter when I started over 12 years ago, and this cutter still works. I don't use it often, but I do still use it for things like contour cutting. So this, when people look at this, it reminds you of like a cameo or a silhouette or something to that effect. It's a 15-inch cutter. It accepts 15-inch rolls. You do not need a mat for this. And you can get like a cameo or a cricket or silhouette, or I don't even know all the differences in those, because both of my cutters right here, as you see, this is a rolling right here, and my other bigger cutter is a rolling right here. Okay, so now with this cutter, you can get a small cutter like this and you can do t-shirts. I had one for several years and was able to do t-shirts with it. I was able to do some smaller decals and stuff like that. But like if you want to increase your speed, say that you're cutting out these shirts, because it does take a long time when you're using the small cutters like this. And when you get a bigger cutter, like the one back here, it will speed up your time. You'll be able to cut out more. Like with the smaller cutters like this, a lot of the ones that they have now, they come with the mats, and you can only put so much on there to cut at one time. And with the bigger ones like this, you can cut longer rolls. You can cut bigger designs, which means you can cut multiple designs out at one time. With this one, you're going to only be able to cut one design out at a time unless your designs are very small, due to the use of things like cutting mats. And even with this one, I can only cut so much out at a time, even though this one does not require a cutting mat. It's no problem to start out with something like this, but once things pick up and you need to be able to cut out a little bigger, or if you decide you want to go into decals, like the bigger size decals, this 24-inch cutter could be something that you go up to. Now this cutter right here is a rolling sticker 15, and they also have an 8-inch version and a 12-inch version. This one right here is a 24-inch. This one is the rolling GX24, which is discontinued. They actually have a new version, which is the GS24. Okay, so if you have a heat press and a vinyl cutter, you are pretty much in business, because those are the two main things that you need to get started being able to do a custom t-shirt business. Now, you can have the option of just starting with a heat press and outsourcing transfers, but what I have found by running my business for over 12 years is that sometimes people come in there and they need it quick. Sometimes people want things, quickly. I mean, you have to charge for that if they're needing it, the same day and stuff like that. But as far as order. Like say that it's a memorial, some memorial shirts because somebody might have passed away or something. Okay, you don't have extra time to wait for a company to send you transfers in. So you want to be able to print shirts where you don't have to outsource, but you know, outsourcing is an option. And also you make more money when you don't outsource. Those are the main things that you need, but you are going to need a few supplies. So I'm going to show you some of the things that you will need. So right here on this table are some different covers. These are some Teflon sheets. This is a really small one right here that I use when I'm doing like smaller shirts or maybe hats or something like that. Okay, this is a bigger one. When you get these Teflon covers, you do want to get ones that are the size of your heat press. And what I do with these Teflon covers is protect the upper platen of your heat press right here so that it won't get anything on it. And they also have the Teflon sheets that can attach to the top, but I have never had one. They do have the Teflon sheets for the bottom too, which I have used in the past, but currently do not have one. All right, so some other things that may come in handy for you right here are Teflon pillows right here. So just like how I was telling you about the heat press right over there, the one that has the different size platens on it. Okay, so these pillows right here could be used, like say that you're printing on a bag or something that has some material on it that does not need to be touched by the heat. Okay, you can use this Teflon pillow and fold that part underneath it so that it's protected. The heat won't go through these pillows. And also another thing you could do with these pillows, say that you are printing something with like buttons on it or a zipper, you can stick this inside of it, and when you close it up, it's gonna make everything even all the way across so that you can get consistent pressure and heat throughout the whole item that you're pressing. Okay, so the next thing, these right here, this is a T-squared. Now my T-squared is actually the original version of it that came out when the T-squared first came out several years ago. And the original version right here, I actually have broke it a couple of times. It used to have a little lip on the end of it that would make it catch at the end of the press. So if you put it here, it would stop it from going anywhere from right here. But that part broke off. The new ones that they make does not have that, and they are made a little bit different than the one I have, but they still pretty much do the same thing. And the reason I recommend getting something like a T-squared, I mean, you don't have to get the T-squared. They do have other tools, but you want your stuff to be professional. You want, when you're printing shirts and you're printing them with the same design on them, you want all of those designs to line up as close to perfect as you can. If you are guessing and using your hands to measure and different things like that, the shirts are not going to line up. When that's one thing that I feel like make you look more professional, by having your stuff lined up. And this right here, this one is called a logo, and this is what you would use if you were wanting to put a pocket logo. You can buy this set together or separately, and all the things I'm talking about in the video, I'm going to leave it down below. So right here, the T-squared and logo, both good tools I've used from day one. Purchased them both together, but I feel like those are needed. Those or something similar to that is needed, especially when you're starting out. Even after doing this over 12 years, I would not do shirts without using that T-squared. Okay, so we're going to come over here. So right here, I have a light table. So you turn this on, and you can use this to weed, to do your vinyl weeding right here. Now this one, you don't necessarily need one that is this big, but like, I'm going to show you, like right here, when you first cut your design out in vinyl, it's going to be a solid piece like this. And you have to weed the excess material off of there. So after you weeded the excess material, this right here is what you would be left with, something like this. So it would be cut out in reverse. The excess material would be weeded off of here, and you would be left with something like that, which is no longer solid but ready to press onto your shirt. Now, having one of these makes it easier to see the cut lines in your design. And I'm sorry I don't have anything. Actually, I think I do. I do have something. So right here. All right, so right here, and I don't know if y'all can even see it on camera, but you can see the cut lines better when you're looking at this. Like right there, you see how the light, I don't know if y'all can see, hopefully y'all can. You can see the light shining through on parts right there. Let me turn it over. Like right here, I don't know if y'all can even see it, but I think it helps. I'm going to turn the light off and let y'all see what it looks like. You see right there what it looks like. You can kind of see it. You can kind of see it a little bit, but when you turn the light on, it just makes everything a little bit easier to see. And I don't know if y'all can even tell. I don't know if the camera is even doing it justice. So like I was saying, this is a big one. This is actually my favorite one. I love using this one, but I also have a smaller one over on this side right here. So I'm gonna move this stuff right here. So right here, this smaller one, I mean, it works pretty much the same. It's just a little bit smaller and more mobile or portable. So you can see the difference in both of those right there. That one, the one on the left, is just a little bit smaller than the one on the right. If you're going to be doing t-shirts right here, VLR, this is some vinyl remover right here. Vinyl remover, so that if you make any mistakes, this can erase all your mistakes so your customer don't have to know. You won't have to be running out trying to find a replacement shirt. Just remove it and reprint the design. Okay, so right here I have some scissors, some different size scissors, because you will need that to cut out. Like as you see right here, this was a bigger sheet before I cut it like that, you know, so you're gonna need some scissors to cut it out. And right here, this is my drawer with all my weeding tools. You won't, I mean, you can use something like this, but you don't necessarily need this big of a blade. I would recommend something a little smaller, maybe like this size or something like that. But you will need weeding tools. Now, this right here, I'm gonna just pull out some of the weeding tools that I have right here. These are some of the weeding tools that I have right here, as you guys see. Now, this is the one that I started out with. I started out with this one. This is still my favorite one. This is one that's similar to it. It's not the exact same one. This is just one from Amazon that's similar to it. You can also, at times, use some of these weeding tweezers right here. And another thing you may want to purchase is an X-Acto knife right here. All right, so that's some of the tools that will help you out when you are weeding. All right, now some of the other things that you can do when you are printing right here, that you can have when you're printing right here, I have transfer paper right here. Let me see. Depending on what type of print you're doing, like right here I have, this is sublimation paper right here. It has to be printed with a sublimation printer with sublimation inks. I have transfers for light colors, transfers for dark colors right here. This is Jet Pro soft stretch right here. I have videos using some of this stuff, but you can, you know, it's different transfer papers. You have some for light colors, some for dark colors, some for polyester. You can also print on other items. And I know we're talking about t-shirts, but right here, since I mentioned sublimation, this is actually a mug press right here. And it's got like different size sleeves that you can use to print. So as you see right there, you know, that's a mug press because you can print on other items. Okay, so right over here, if you are going to be printing transfers like the inkjet transfers, now if you're using Jet Pro soft stretch, those are some pretty good transfers, and they're going to last the life of the shirt. But you can only print them on whites and light colors. I only print them on whites usually, because say that you're printing a picture of somebody's face and they're smiling. Well, if you're printing on a yellow or a blue shirt, any color shirt other than white, their teeth or anything that's supposed to be white is going to be the color of the shirt. And also, I also have a sublimation printer back here. Now, the sublimation printer, we're not going to too much get into that in this video because I feel like sublimation is a whole different thing. I didn't get into the t-shirt business for sublimation, but sublimation has so many different options for you to print. You know, you can print on mugs, you can print picture frame. It's all different kind of things you can print. So I may do a video on strictly sublimation, what all you need for sublimation, and talk about that. If y'all would like that, y'all let me know down below. Okay, so I'm gonna just show y'all my regular printer that I would use if I was printing out inkjet transfers. Okay, so right here, this is my Canon printer right here. It's the IX6820 right there, as you see. That's what I use to print my transfers out with. I know I kind of got a little situation going over here with the card. I'm just put it up there for now, but right here, you know, you just open that up, pull that out, and when you print, your paper would come right out of there. Okay, so any type of printer. Now, this printer prints up to size 13 by 19 sheets. They also have bigger printers that can even use rolls. This printer, it prints up to 13 by 19. You can get one that does not print this big if you want to, but I feel like if you're going to be doing shirts, you want to get something that's going to print 13 by 19 or no less than 11 by 17. All right, so that is pretty much all of the equipment that you're going to need if you want to start a t-shirt business. So the main two things are the heat press and the vinyl cutter. I'm also going to talk a little bit about where you can get designs if you're not able to create designs. And right here, I'm just going to show you guys right here. This is vinyl. Now, when you buy vinyl, it comes on rolls like this, or you can purchase sheets. But it's a better bang for your buck if you purchase rolls, because it's like they charge you to print on the sheets. They have different types of vinyls. So right here, as you see, this is a glitter vinyl right here. Now, the glitter vinyls and the different types of vinyl do cost different prices. Like right here, you see I have a metallic vinyl right here. Let me see what else. This is just like a sticky sheet for fall, because they have like fall type vinyls and stuff like that. But this is just, you know, different sheets. And you know, it's just all different types of vinyl that they have in multiple different colors. Now, right over here, this is actually signed vinyl. All of this is signed vinyl. So that would be what you would use if you were wanting to do decals, like stickers and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going to go over to this side right here, and I'm just going to show y'all the sheets. So right here, if you're purchasing sheets of vinyl, this is what you're purchasing, and they're going to be priced differently. So right here, as you see, we got sheets, vinyl sheets right there. And that's basically how you would get it. And they come in different, like you got your glitters, you got your shimmers, or holographic. Some people call it different. Down here you can see they have different types of vinyls right there. I did have, I don't even see where it's at right now, but it was somebody might have bought it. I think somebody bought that one. All right, so hopefully you got all the information you need to go ahead and get your equipment, or start saving up for your equipment, and making out a list of everything that you need, so that you can go ahead and get started printing some shirts and making some money. You don't want to let it go too long. I feel like the summertime is the best time to be making t-shirt money, because you know it's t-shirts, and a lot of people have different events and stuff like that going on in the summer. But I'm gonna offer y'all some tips on starting a business. Okay, now designs, if you are not that good at designing, they do sell designs on places like Etsy. It's different websites. If you go to Google, you do not want to be like using copywritten designs. You want to get designs that people create themselves, so that you can use them for your business and stuff like that. You know, you go on Etsy, purchase some from some of the people that sell them on there, or some of the different websites. That, you know, that's a thing to help you out as far as with design. Now, with your shirts, one of the reasons I recommend the T-Square It is because it makes your stuff look more professional. Because if your customers lay the shirt down and they're like, okay, this is over to the right more, and they compare the shirts, you know, if you don't have a measuring tool such as the T-Square It or some type of alignment tool, your shirts, all of them gonna be different. And customers are going to know that you kind of a novice, or feel like you don't know exactly what you're doing. Because like when we go into Walmart or retail stores, those shirts look exactly the same. You know, seem like they're all printed in the exact same place and everything. And that's why I recommend the T-Square It. And the next thing is going to be buy in bulk. When you buy your vinyl, buy in bulk. To me, the most popular colors are going to be black and white. So you want to make sure you have a lot of the black and the white. And then the other colors, maybe you buy 5-yard rolls of them, but buy 10-yard rolls of the other ones, of the black and whites, and just add as you go. And if you realize that, hey, most of my customers want red, or most of my customers want blue, you know, you go accordingly to that. But I also have on my website, IamPrintSquad.com. You can go to my website and get all of my forms. So if you're just starting out and you don't know what forms you need for your business or how to price your t-shirts, you can go on my website, purchase my forms, and that way you know, it gives you basically a guideline. It's my actual form, and you can change it, you can edit it, and put whatever you want in the spaces, but it gives you a guideline basically, because depending on where you located, your prices may not be the same as mine. So you do want to check that. But if, okay, say that your price is $5 more than mine, okay, so you just add that $5 to it, to each one of the prices, and go from there. But basically, I'm giving y'all the game that took me 12 years to come up with, but I'm giving it to y'all all at one time. So I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all check IamPrintSquad.com for helpful information. I will be adding blanks on there very soon so that y'all can purchase t-shirts and stuff like that from on there. But I appreciate y'all, and I will see you in another video. Y'all be blessed.